Or...
Hello! We're live now. Hi, good afternoon, ladies. Hello, Sunbright Beauty 12. How are you today? We just wanted to get on here and chat with you guys a little bit about your appointments and a little details. Details about your appointment and who you should bring.
Yeah,
and I was. You want me to talk about?
Well, real quick, it's Saturday. Usually, Saturdays are really busy for us, and so we took some time in between appointments to chat about something that's really kind of just been brought to our attention more than once. On your guests that you bring to your appointments. It's really important that you get the support that you really deserve, and we totally get it, because we do this all the time, that it's a joyful experience, and it should be, but unfortunately it isn't always.
Not always.
Because of who you choose to bring to your appointments. And this is a once-in-a-lifetime, hopefully, a once-in-a-lifetime experience for you, and we, just recently have been getting a lot of...
We've gotten a couple of appointments where people were really stressed out because of the guests that they brought with them. Sometimes the guests weren't as supportive. Sometimes guests have friends who just, like a couple of weeks ago, we had an appointment where, the bride went through an entire appointment and was waiting for her friend to come. And her friend didn't come until after the appointment was over.
Yeah, that was pretty...
you have people who... you want them to support you, and for whatever reason, because, perhaps they're not the ones getting married and they wish their boyfriends would propose, or perhaps they've had a really bad marriage and a really horrible divorce, and they just don't want to support something like that. And even sometimes the parents, sometimes the parents come in here. They don't like that the daughter's getting married to somebody that they don't particularly like. And they'll just kind of try to ruin the appointment. So you really want to pay attention to who's really in support of you. Not just because, they're my friend or they're my family member and that's how it's supposed to be. You really want to choose a select group of people that really support you and want to assist you in the buying experience. Because it's the worst thing in the world for a girl to muster up all the courage to get out in front of her family and be put on display, and then they just completely ruin the experience.
Yeah, and I'm sure, all these folks had good intentions, and that's one of the reasons why, our boutique is really tiny, but we do request that no more than 4 guests for some of those reasons that we just explained.
Because when you get a huge peanut gallery, everybody has an opinion, and everybody's opinion isn't going to be the same, and not everyone is going to agree with you, the bride, about what you want to wear and what you feel pretty in and what makes you feel comfortable. They're more focused on their own opinion and how they see you, as opposed to how you want to be seen. So, just an FYI about that. And also, yeah, I know, your arm is tired. Okay. And also, really pay attention to, who you're bringing and if they're, in fact, paying for the gown. That's another hiccup we get, especially with mothers of the bride or parents of the bride who come in with the bride to choose a gown. If the parents don't like your particular vision of what you want to wear, but they're the ones paying for it, it becomes a really sticky situation. We've had brides come in where their parents are like, "Yeah, go. I don't want you to wear that." And no, I'm not budging on it because I'm the one paying for it. If you have a particular vision for what you want to wear, you need to get skin in the game. You need to put some money up for the gown. Even if you're all are going 50-50, then it's not just up to them. It's up to the both of you or the group of you on what the gown will be.
Yeah, and with planning a wedding, a lot of times, at least nowadays, it is a group effort. I mean,
because they're so expensive.
they're so expensive. I mean, for one couple to fit the whole bill, it's really tough. I mean, believe me. I mean, I got married 10 years ago, and it was a group effort.
Yeah.
But one pony don't stop the show, as some folks say. And your dress is a centerpiece. You are the centerpiece. You are the bride. You are the centerpiece.
And it's not a wedding without a bride.
It isn't.
In that sense. I mean, of if a girl is getting married, let's put it that way.
Right.
Two guys getting married, obviously there wouldn't be a bride. But if there's a woman involved, if there are two brides, there got to be a bride in
the mix, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And we appreciate you, Sunbright, saying that, we'll be your two guests.
Well, we gonna be real. That's why we gone on and to share, because we've seen so many girls walk out our door just disappointed on the verge of tears, and it shouldn't be tears of sadness. It should be tears of joy.
Absolutely.
And for us, we have to stand by and let it happen, because these are your people. These are your people.
This is your family, and we can try to support you and support the family.
Yeah.
And whatever it is that they want, but we can't be here to be a complete referee and force things down someone's throat when, these are your grown-up choices to make, amongst you, your friends, your family members, your tribe.
Yeah, and it's really hard to navigate as a bride. And I know even when I was getting married, it was really hard, but, I made a decision that I wanted, my love, we getting married, and the folks who didn't support that didn't come, what I mean? It just
weren't involved.
They just weren't involved. I mean, they got an invite, whatever, but they weren't involved in choosing the dress. They weren't involved in some of the other planning things, and sometimes along the way. And there's something about getting married and funerals that just bring either the best or the worst out of people. And I mean, my husband passed away some years ago, but when we were getting married, his best friend was supposed to be his best man, and we get to the wedding, like the weekend of the wedding, and he didn't show up. Did not show up. I mean, my husband was crushed, but at the same time, it's like, okay, what are we gonna do? His close cousin stood in as his best man, who he should have chosen in the first place, but whatever. That's just me. But I mean, in situations like this is when who's for real for you and who isn't, and it's a growing opportunity, and you can get through it and still have a gorgeous day and a gorgeous dress and gorgeous everything. So there's still, there's always hope. We just wanted to come on and just share some tips with you all. A lot of times people say, oh, well, just bring four people that are supportive. And we thought, let's talk a little bit about what support really looks like.
What does support look like? Is it someone who's really in your corner, or is it just someone who happens to be a part of your life? It really, really have to pay attention, like I said before. If they're personally not in a place to really support you and your love and your marriage and your wedding, maybe they're not the best person to bring along.
Yeah, and it just, we want you to be happy. And we want you to get the dress that you feel beautiful in, not out of obligation to what somebody else says because they're paying.
Right.
So we get a lot of brides coming, and they want us to create miracles. They're like, I can only do so much because now you're getting married in 2 weeks, and I don't know what else we
do have brides come in who bought a dress previously. Yeah. They've already bought a dress because their family pressured them into getting something that they didn't want. And then they come in a month, 2 months before their wedding, and they're like, I've saved up my money now, and I'm going to get what I want.
Yeah, and that's the way to do it if you're going to do that.
If you're going to do it, yeah.
A
lot of times people don't do that, and they don't have the budget for that. And then they think we can work a miracle for $200, and we just can't.
No.
It's just not possible.
No.
So,
anyway.
Just keep that in mind.
Just things to keep in mind, Just things to keep in mind.
Yeah.
We care about you. We really do. And that's one of the reasons why the focus is always on you, the bride, when you come into our store. You and your family are the only ones here. There are no other distractions. And we like it that way because it really, it makes for an enjoyable experience, but also a personal one because we care, you know, and
you're not just a number here.
No,
you're special, and so we want to make you feel special, and we encourage you to find people to bring who make you feel special as well.
Yep. So that's it.
That's it for
We're
today.
done.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. We hope to see you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. Did I get it? No. There we go.